Hey, what's up guys? This is Sweb from the Sound People. In this video we're going to be looking at creating a metal guitar, like a heavy metal guitar sounding wobble bass for your dubstep tunes. So I'll just play it for you now. Made really using Thor, an EQ and Scream. I will put the patch up for download just in case I miss certain parts or you miss certain parts. You can just download the patch. Combinator patches are really small anyway. So I've already copied the notes across, which is convenient. So just start off with a combinator, create a line mixer, hold shift, create, actually don't hold shift, actually yeah, hold shift, create an equalizer and create a Scream for distortion unit wherever that sits. There we go. Press tab and we'll get to the routing. We want the output of the EQ going into here, which goes into the master deck, and we want this, so we want the mixer going into the EQ, and we want this as a an auxiliary send. There we go. I'll just bring this up there. Minimize that. Now we create a Thor. Yeah, so I've already copied the notes across. Listen. Alright. Initialize patch. Turn the mono legato on. Alright, see how it's fading out? That means we got to turn the sustain up. I'll do it on both, and I'll just drop these down as well, just because I can. There we go. Drop this to around 702. Take this down 2 octaves. Drop it on a square wave. Nice little growl there. Now we're going to create another oscillator, this time a wavetable oscillator. Detune it by about 5 and switch this to mixed waves. Drop it down another 2 octaves, run it through. There we go. And we're going to create another oscillator, a multi-oscillator, and just take this down to about 14. Take this down 2 octaves as well. Just fiddle with that till you like it. That basically does it as far as oscillators. Next up we're going to drop a formant filter here. Now experiment with different filters. This is how I got this sound, was just simply experimenting, just working on my album, not my album, my
Take
EP
this up just
coming
around
out
the
soon,
corner.
called I Am Shit. It's called I Am
Turn
Shit
this up
because
to
I am 123.
shit.
Now if we listen to it, doesn't change the sound, does it? So that means we need to click here and then send it here. If you follow these arrows, that sort of works as the signal chain basically, just to help you. So if we have a look, these oscillators go into the mixer, which go into this filter, which go into the shaper, which has been bypassed, but it still sort of uses it. And now we've hit this arrow, and now gets fed into here, and then up through here. So now, there we go, as you can see. Now we want the wobble, so we're going to set the LFO rate. I always like it around 1/8 triplets, and we're going to link it to this. So we're going to drop in the LFO there, 100%, filter 1, frequency. Nice. Now I'm going to do it again. This time I'm going to link it to this top fader here, and then link it to this oscillator. But I don't want to link it all the way to the X thing there. I only want to go around 75%. So now we go filter 2 and X. Now listen to this. Just a nice little extra effect. 100% here. Now listen to this. There we go. Now we got a nice little growl about it. I'm just going to turn that up as well, just because I can. Now just to sort of thicken the sound, Chuck a chorus on there. Nice, nice. Maybe just turn this drive up a bit. That pretty much does it. You know, if you want to have it sort of slide, work the portamento there. It's up to you. I'm going to duplicate that now. Tab to switch it round. Line it in there. Minimize it. Pan one left. Pan one right. Probably just killed your speakers then. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now we're going to chuck some distortion on there. So auxiliary sense up all the way. Just bring this around 62 or so. You know, depending on your liking of distortion, you can work the fader, ride the fader, whatever you want to do, to try and get your desired sound out of this patch that I'm teaching you how to make. Now for the distortion control, we're just going to turn it up to around 87 or so, 88, that'll do. Make sure it's on overdrive. Turn the cut off. Make sure it's on B there. Now we're going to turn this down to around 97. Shift to get more accurate, and then turn that all the way down to 0. Now listen to this. Remember, just adjust this to liking. We'll leave it for that. Leave it there. Now it's really late at night. That's why I'm stumbling on words. I've been working all week. I'm so tired, and I'm sorry. Now we're gonna drop in an EQ, which we have already dropped in. My bad. Low shelf on the default setting. Turn it up a little bit to around 3.4, which sort of just boosts the lower frequencies, makes it a little bit more powerful. On param 1, drop it down negative 10 decibels, so it's taken it out a fair bit, and take this around 3. That'll just eliminate all the mids, not all the mids, but a lot of the mids, which the mids sort of create that muggy sort of sound. And then high shelf, leave it where it is, boost it up around 7.4 or so. There we go. And leave it where it is. Now let's have a listen. Pretty close, you know, just adjust the distortion. Without the distortion. And without the EQ. With the EQ. With the distortion. Maybe that'll do. And there you have it. Thank you for watching. This synth was used on my dubstep EP called I Am Shit. Sort of already explained it. It's called I Am Shit because I am shit at dubstep. I suck at it, but I enjoy it, and that's the main thing. That's why I'm sort of in the music game, is because I love making music, and I love when people go, "Ooh, he sucks," because it means, you know, I'm happy, but they're not, and I don't really care. And that probably didn't